Hello everyone, and welcome to a very quiet stream. And it's quiet because, well, the music doesn't work. So, that's a good way to start. Hello, and welcome back to some Dark Souls. See, this isn't actually the first time I've streamed Dark Souls, although last time I actually streamed the very first one. And I got it running on Linux, and the stream was horrible. The performance was terrible. And, well, it didn't look particularly good. Which, I'm hoping, is something that we can fix on all fronts today. Because this is Dark Souls Remastered, and, well, remaster it they did. It looks good. Like, really good. And it runs good. Even at 3840 by 2160, this game never drops below 60. Right now, it's stuck at 60 because, well, I'm playing it on stream, and I need to keep that bitrate down, as it were. So, Dark Souls. You've seen it, you've heard of it, and, well, this bit of music is actually playing, but the bit of music in the main menu isn't. Don't ask me why. Hello, Jill, and hello, Shay. I know you're not staying for long, but thank you very much for joining us. Anyway, so, let's get cracking then. This, I believe, makes the complete Dark Souls series in the official Linux Gamecast streams ever since we hit that particular goal on the Patreons. Oh, yes. And, mind me, I'm just going to play very, very slowly. And try to do my best not to suck, although that's just not going to happen because I played Dark Souls 3. The combat system in that game is completely different. Hi. Yes. Back here. There's a friend of yours throwing bombs up there. Oh, god damn it, I rolled right into it. Should have rolled to the side. Oh. I sure am glad the timing on that worked out. Now you, buddy. Yeah. Oh, too many of you. Too many. You hear me? Alright. So, yeah, Dark Souls Remastered. It doesn't work out of the box with Proton. In fact, if you try to start it after you install it out of the box, it will just crash. It just crashes. No error message, no nothing. But if you have a little look at Proton DB, which, let's be honest, it's your best friend when it comes to getting games to run on, in Proton. But if you have a look there, people are saying, yeah, just install VC Run 2017, and yeah, it is very much the magic bullet that makes the game from crashing at the start to becoming very, very playable. Now, there is a problem with most of the music, not the one down there in Firelink Shrine. And I'm not entirely sure why, but that's probably because it's a sound effect and not necessarily music proper. The music in the original release, you could only get it to work on Linux after you had installed Devnum and Windows Media Player, the Windows Media Player stuff. Hey, Battle Axe. That's actually a very good weapon, which we're not going to use because I went through the trouble of getting this Astora straight sword from the Undead Dragon, so I'ma keep it. That's a buddy over there. And this time, if you don't remember the last stream, I kind of showed like how you can go about basically getting the best possible stuff right at the start of the game. But this time I'm just going to follow like the traditional course that most players would when they first start the game. So we're going right into the Undead Burg and dealing with these lowly little hollows. Mostly as they go about their merry business and we just butt in their way. And you can see all of the pools of blood. Those are a result of, well, what's up there and how people need to, well, there's a way to get up there. And then you need to jump to the other rooftop, or the other way around, I don't remember exactly, but we'll get to it. Now, you probably saw an item down here, which we're getting. And this, like these barrels hiding a passage that basically leads you to another entire section of the game that you just wouldn't even know it was there. That is why so many people like this game. Sure, there's the masochists out there that's like, oh, it's the hard combat and it's this and it's that. It's like, yeah, the hard combat's all very well and good, but we've had harder games before. Yes, I'm trying to play it like a filthy casual because I am a filthy casual. I may have played this game several times over already, but it's fun. And the fun bit is that no matter how many times I've played it, and how many times I've been through several parts of the game, there's always something new. It's one of those games that you never see everything the first, second, or even third time through. There's always something hidden. There's always something you didn't notice before. There's always something like, oh, was that there the whole time? Wow. And these hollows are going to die right there. Come here. And if you're wondering, I am playing this on a Ryzen 5 1600. Hopefully not for very long, because the Ryzen 3000s are coming around, and if the prices that leaked from that Danish website hold up, I'm probably going to get myself 3700X. So, yeah, a Ryzen 5 1600 and a GTX 1080, which, let's be honest, the fans on the GPU aren't even spinning, even though I'm using NVENC to stream the game, because, well, the game doesn't really use much of the GPU, even with temporal AA enabled. It doesn't. It uses a lot of the CPU. Thankfully, the Remastered edition doesn't do the thing that the first release did, which is, well, it used one core. Singular. It's like, no matter what you did, no matter where you were in the game, it would only ever use one core. It was a bad port. And the performance, well, you could feel it. And now let's remember how to jump in this game. Okay, that's how you jump, but I think I jumped either too early or I'm a little too heavy. Which, with this armor, wouldn't surprise me. Let's take the armor off. Naked! Okay. Okay, too late. Okay, something in between those two. Jumping in this game is a frickin' hard proposition. Because you gotta hold B to sprint, and then you have to release B and hit it again in quick succession to make the jump. Which I'm not able to do, apparently. And of course I forgot to mute my phone, so the notifications are going off like crazy. Oh, come on. Really? Okay, fine. But there was a way around it, wasn't it? No, I think you really do have to make that jump. No, there was a way around it. Or not. I don't remember. No, I think you do have to make that jump. Because you go in there and there's a little thing on the balcony there, which is the crossbow, but you have to be able to make this jump. Let's take the pants off. The pants are coming off. And that's the other thing about this game, which is am I doing this right? 'Cause if I go up there, I'll trigger the dragon. I'll just show you that. Oh look, it's that guy. Yeah, see, no, I knew there was something up there. And that comes from there, which comes from there. Okay. I'm being a big dummy. You can't make that jump. Right, I'll put my armor back on just in case. And the gloves and the pants. Right. With the clangy armor back on. That crossbowman up there wouldn't be so bad if the bolts weren't magically locked onto me and they turn. Trigger the dragon, talk about Brexit. See, I want to talk about Brexit. I think a lot of people want to talk about Brexit, but at the same time, there's a whole lot of people who don't, and they want to keep people misinformed, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here to play goddamn Dark Souls. Right. Bonfire. Just gonna light it, not sit in it. On it. Around it? Yes. And this ghost of this person here, I'm guessing they're waiting to be invaded. Because this is, well, if I were a human right now, I'd probably be getting invaded because there are a lot of people. A lot of people desperate to invade other players. Especially since the game was remastered. And the invasions are fun. I usually don't go around invading other people's worlds, but I'll gladly drop down the soapstone and try to help people with the bosses because it's fun. Jolly cooperation. Yes, attack that instead. Thank you, dumb hollow. Come on. Twirly, twirly, twirly! Yep. Cool. And this is another one of those not very obvious places. It's like, oh, there's an entire section of the game hidden there, and you wouldn't know about it. And that's the fun thing. I was saying that earlier. That, like, the game does not hold your hand. It does not care if you miss entire chunks of content. It's just, it's like, okay, this is the game, you're going to play it. And, go, have at. Play it your way, as you were. And then there's this guy, which is not attacking.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Yeah. All of the Dark Souls characters are a little bit disjointed. And this one is perhaps one of the most. Right, so we want to buy this soapstone. I don't have the money for the dried finger, but that's fine. How much is the key? Oh, I can buy the residence key. How nice. I'll buy the repair box and the bottomless box at some other point when I have more money. I did want to buy some fire bombs, but I can only buy 15. Because I have an undead dragon to kill to avenge myself. What's the difference between this and Dark Souls 3? Well, the combat's a hell of a lot slower. Even your character movement's a hell of a lot slower. It is much more unforgiving. If you so much as make a mistake, you're basically dead. It's what I said in the review for Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 3 is perhaps the single most accessible one of the whole series. And it shows, especially with this one, because it's... Even these guys, these are the weakest enemies you can find in the game, and yet they will stun lock you the first chance they get. Okay. And I got one of their swords, which is pointless, but whatever. Right. This is where the crossbow is. Need to go up this ladder here, onto this roof. Which, if you're paying attention, you know that that's where I was trying to jump to. And I couldn't. Why? Because you can't. But since I am probably going to lose a little bit of health from the drop, let me drink an Estus. And now I can take off the armor. Again. Okay, there. And we run to that door. Doorway, I should say. Ooh, no damage. Nice. Actually, I thought I was going to take some damage. Fun. Okay, there... Someone here? No? Yeah? Yes. Crossbow and the standard bolts, which, honestly, you really don't want to use crossbows unless for specific situations where you can safely take pot shots at enemies or things without getting damage. Or without letting them see you so they can attack you. But it's very useful in those particular scenarios, especially after you get the poison bolts. That's poison bolts are the single most effective weapon in this game. That and spells, if you care to actually master the magic thing in this game, it will be very, very rewarding. Right, so we gotta run over there to dodge the fire bombs that those guys throw. But there are more guys waiting for us. Hi. And now this guy barges in. And it gets backstabbed. You know, Strider, you actually have a point there. The Dark Souls Remastered fixed basically everything that was wrong with the port of the original one and the Prepare to Die edition version that they released afterwards. Because that was bad. That was like a really bad PS3 port being emulated to run on Windows. It was awful. Hi. Yes. Okay, that's that. I do believe there are no mimics this early in the game. No, doesn't look like it. 5 black firebombs? Yes. Someone probably knows the difference between firebombs and black firebombs. I couldn't tell you. They both do very similar damage, and they're only useful in certain specific scenarios. Mostly against static enemies. This ginormous dick behind me managed to dodge my attack. Okay. I gotta go up this tower, because there's an archer up there that likes to take pot shots at us. He missed. I'm glad. Oh, look, another crossbow. She's not very useful, but I don't know, it's a crossbow anyway. That's what the residence key is for. And no, the master key won't open this particular door. At least it didn't in the original one. But this door is very helpful for the gold pine resin, which I can't actually use with this sword since it's already enchanted. It's got a holy enchantment in it. Very useful against skeletons and some other enemies. Not so much against the regular hollows. But it is a very good weapon to start if you're going to invest the souls into faith, because you do need 14 faith to be able to use it. Okay. Yeah, this is the place where if you're good enough, you can make this jump there, but the moment you catch that ring, there's a Black Knight looking at you. See, people who actually know how to play this game, I've seen them do some weird stuff. Alright, you. Come on. I'd rather not tango with more than one of yous at a time. Come on. So very careful. Oh, a longsword. Mine's better. See, in Dark Souls 3, you have two different rolls. You have fast roll and fat roll. That's it. Well, you have 3. If you're wearing no weight whatsoever, you have the even faster roll, unless you want to put in the ring, but let's not go there. Out of the box, in this game, there's 4 different rolls. And yeah, you really want to have a lighter roll, not the absolutely lightest, because that's, yeah, you can't be wearing any armor. 14 faith, yeah. And this is the turning point for a lot of Dark Souls players. See that Black Knight over there? Yeah, I'm not gonna tango with him. I really don't... I don't get the point of the blue tier stone ring. And that's the only thing that's up there, so... You gotta throw that barrel. Come on, throw the barrel. Throw it. Oh god. I thought it was going to run down the second flight of stairs, but apparently not. He hasn't seen me, has he? No, okay. Yeah, I really don't want to tango with that guy. If I was in the middle of one of my Dark Souls binges, I could probably do it well enough. I could probably also kill Pavel if I, you know, went over here, used the master key on this door, went all the way down the tower, and just killed the rock. No, I can't. And I'm playing this with the Steam controller. For the first time, I'm actually using the Steam controller to play a Dark Souls game. Thank you for that, Lockdown, very, very much. Yeah, that's the thing that Dark Souls running in Proton this well, mind you, and with the Steam controller, and it's, yeah, it's, in fact, it even has the overlay thing. The chest of the small Black Knight sword is worth it. Yeah, but it is a small chest, isn't it? And I do need to kill the Taurus Demon. I'm really not confident. Okay. Quick! Get him! Hey! 2 twinkling titanites. That means I can update my sword. Upgrade, not update. What am I on about? Right. The Taurus Demon lies ahead. I know if you stay close enough to his back, you can kill him well enough. But I think I'm gonna do the thing and climb up these stairs to kill those two archers because they're dicks. Ginormous pricks. It's like, there's a boss fight incoming, and here they are. Well, most people will say this isn't even the first actual boss fight. The gargoyles are, but the gargoyles, they're an entirely different can of worms, right? You coming? You coming? Are you coming? Hello, Mr. Taurus Demon. Here he comes. Ah, there's the boss music. Okay, the boss music also works. Good to know. Jump down and run! Get up! Camera's trying to kill me. Oh. I dodged too soon, but I got away with it somehow. Okay. Yeah, I did get stunned here before. The secret is to stay right on him. Not behind him, but right on him. Okay. Whew. Only needed 2 Estus. It's good. It's good. That was very good. I was absolutely expecting to die there. Okay. Another one of those clever bits of level design, because there's an item. And if you're not paying attention, you'll completely miss it, because you'll just go immediately down the stairs. It's like, item? What's that? Item. Oh. It's this bit. Okay. Well, it's... every single streamer that plays any kind of Dark Souls has to come here and say... Praise the sun. It's the lair! It's the sun, bro!
You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to
creator of memes. Best boy.
My very own son.
Bestest boy.
Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Yes. You are nice.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
I have all the moments for you, best boy.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yes.
It pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
It's the White Side Soapstone.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange
Now you can drop your sign to let other people summon you into their world to help with boss fights.
The very fabric wavers and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation.
Jolly cooperation! Yay!
But I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
They all laugh like that. And he's staring at the sun. Joyous sun.
Oh, Hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Well, Solaire, I hope you do become grossly incandescent. But don't go crazy. Please? Okay, cool. The grossliest of incandescent boys, Solaire of Astora. Right. And speaking of incandescence, let me remove this armor. And I probably don't have enough health, but I'm going to the bonfire one way or another. So let's boogie! No, 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 no. Here he comes. Okay. I made it in time. You ginormous dick. And he is big. That's a big chunker. Look at him. You want to kill those hollows down there so I can get their souls too, please? Please? Come on, chunker. What are you doing? Breathe fire. He's not breathing fire. Why are you doing this to me, dragon? Oh, come on, he's hollow, he's undead. He's basically a glorified walking zombie. Okay, now that I'm not looking at him and not paying attention to him, he's going to breathe fire, isn't he? He did not breathe fire. Dude! You have a reputation to uphold, the reputation of being a ginormous dick that breathes fire. So, chop chop! Do the thing! Yeah, it growls. I mean, I can... If he's not breathing fire, maybe I can make it? He's going to jump down. Might even get a chance to... Nope! That dick! He did it on purpose, too. This ginormous prick. I didn't sit down at the other bonfire. That's on me, and I should have gone down and opened the shortcut, but I didn't. Fine, whatever. Now we run. Now we run. Like our souls depend on it. Alright. Turn here, turn there. Right. Ooh, hello. The camera had a tedious, tiniest bit of a freak out there. Yeah. Okay, you stay there. This time I will sit at this bonfire. And now I will run. And that guy shouldn't have reset so quickly. But he did, so whatever. I am so going to regret not killing these guys, but whatever, we're going. Yeah. Hi. Alright, now up the stairs to get our souls back. Oh look, it's those archers that I killed earlier. Trying to snipe us from the other tower. Wow, you're persistent. Very well then, I shall reward you. With my death, apparently. I have yet to master, or remaster, the art of rolling into attacks, because clearly I'm not doing too good at it. Oh, hello. It's this song and dance we do. Hi. It's not going to let me get there, is it? Okay, well this time I'm just going straight to the bit to unlock the shortcut, and he's gonna breathe fire. I'm probably going to die. He's a dick. Dick! Okay, let me get my souls back. That's positive. Hi. Bye. Right. This is a shortcut, and well, I wouldn't blame you if you had no idea where this leads, but yeah, we're back here. This place where we just ran from. Yeah. The interconnectedness of the map in this game is, I think up to this point this was the best one. It's like no matter how far you go, there's always like another path that you take and you immediately go, oh, this leads here. Oh, I didn't even know this was here. Yeah. Dark Souls is very, very interesting in that respect. So, we actually do need some leveling up, namely strength. Which one is? It's the vitality that increases my equip load, isn't it? No, that only increases health. Endurance? Oh, it's endurance. Oh. Okay. We shall take endurance then. We also get stamina with endurance, so that's good. That's good. One more in dexterity, because I have something I need to do, and I need attunement of 1. So... Wait, I already have 1 spell slot. 1 spell slot is good. 1 spell slot is very good. I don't have enough souls to level up more than this. I'll take it. Yeah, let's reverse hollowing. Let's get invaded. Okay. And we're human now. Don't look that much better, but hey, at least we're not a hollowed out husk. Dark Souls 2 and 3 is good too, but people complain about Dark Souls 2 because of the star-like areas from the hub. Yes! That is very good criticism of Dark Souls 2. Because the way that Dark Souls 1 basically, except for like the final most areas, everything is interconnected. And it makes the world feel big and like it's an actual world and not just a video game world. So, yeah, but one of the things I will give Dark Souls 2 is that they took this particular combat system and like the UI ideas that people complained about from Demon Souls and Dark Souls, and they made it the best they ever could be. And then with Dark Souls 3, they went, Bloodborne was popular, let's just make that. And honestly, in my opinion, the game suffered a little bit for it, because Bloodborne is its own thing, and Dark Souls 3 is a mishmash between Bloodborne and Dark Souls. And that's just not... No. do one thing and do it well. Unix philosophy and all that. Hi. Come on. You know you don't want to be on that ledge. He did the third attack. That's on me. Okay. Let's tango with the rats. Rats are very annoying because they poison you, yes. But they're also very good if you can kill them en masse without getting poisoned. And I have nothing to cure my poison. I don't know why I'm even bothering to look. Shit. Yes, poison deals a shit ton of damage. And I'm... the closest bonfire is behind the dragon. And I do kind of want to go there, but at the same time... Yeah, it's right there, see? And if I go there, there's a lever over there that, yeah, lets me open this gate. And you heard that bell ring. That bell is a player, another player that's playing the game, that rung the first bell of awakening. Or that particular bell of awakening. Because you can actually go down to, Best Town, Blight Town, and ring the bell down there first. If you're good enough to kill, Spider Butt Lady. Okay, I'm going to tango with the dragon again because I want to bait his fire breathing. Like this! And then we run! God damn it! I need to take off my armor. To do this, I need to take off my armor. Right. That's twice now, dragon. Twice. And I'm no longer human. I'm just another hollowed out husk again. But that's fine. We have plenty of huge manatees in our inventory. We can use them if need be. Bye, bye, bye. Okay. Yes. Go. Ah, come on, really? Does the dragon genuinely not let us get to that place anymore? You bait the fire, and then you run. That's what you do. That's always what you do. Come on. Bait him down and run then. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to bait him down. Yeah, but killing him that's always a bit of a pain in the ass. Come on. Yes. Come on. Well, at least now he's breathing fire when you step out, so that's an improvement. Okay. Hi. And hi. And hi again. Hi. Come on, man! Don't do this to me. Come on down. No. Come down. Land on the frickin' bridge. Yes. Yes. You can make everything go on fire. And I was standing just a pixel too far. What part of... I don't want to tango with you right now. Yeah, I could. I guess I do have the crossbow. I could try to take pot shots at his tail. It's actually easier if I do it from downstairs, but... He's not coming down. He's really not wanting any of it. I got my souls, but... Oh, come on! Stop wasting people's time. You are annoying, dragon. You are very annoying. Stupid hellkite. Yes! Fire. On the bridge. Guess I should be glad it's not Game of Thrones dragon, because that particular dragon fire melts everything. Come on. No? Okay. Okay. Fine, do that. Let's see. Where is my crossbow? Hello. And the bolts. I only have 16 bolts. It's not going to be enough. Okay, that's too far. And now I'm dead. Nope. Managed to survive. Pulled that one out of my ass. Okay, can I snipe? Oh! Oh, so I just shot somewhere and he decided, you know what? No, no, no. Now I'm going down. Yeah, I'm already back here, dude. Thanks. Appreciate it. See ya. Prick. Right. Okay, so if you're into the lore of Dark Souls, let's just completely gloss over that. If you're into the lore of Dark Souls, this is a very important statue that's kind of destroyed. Yes. No, they didn't. Glog, it was just the RN Jesus was not on my side with that one. But yes, the statue that you see here is the statue of the firstborn of Gwyn, Lord Gwyn, the final boss. Which, let's be honest, it's possibly one of the easiest bosses in the game. That dragon is harder than Gwyn. And basically, all you need to do to kill that dragon is stay on his ass, chop off his tail if you can, because it gives you a sword. It's a very nice sword. And yeah, just stay on his ass and watch his feet. But yeah, the firstborn son of Lord Gwyn was stricken from the annals of history because he sided with the dragons. You know, Daddy Dearest was fighting the dragons, and he said, you know what? Nah, the dragons didn't ask for this. Does anyone ever? And we're just coming in, taking their scales off, literally, and killing them, just slaughtering them left and right. Yeah, kind of a dick move. So he went against his father, and Lord Gwyn, after defeating the dragons, struck the firstborn from the annals of history. But, and since you don't actually kill him in the first or the second Dark Souls, he shows up in Dark Souls 3, wanting some of that. It's one of the optional boss fights. You don't have to fight him, but it is a nice boss fight to do. Okay. No, you don't get to Estus. Oh, look! It's the boar. So, do I go in there, or do I try and tango with the Black Knight that's on top of that tower? Actually, let's go there. Let's go there and try to give him the runaround. Okay, he's going to charge me. I need to run, and I fucked it up. I fucked it up royally. I was supposed to dodge past him, but I clearly can't dodge into stuff anymore. So, whatever. I guess we're doing it the hard way then. Now, that armored boar, because that's what it is, besides being a ginormous pain in my ass, also has a ginormous gap in its ass. Specifically, the armor around his ass. Ow. Why did I look back instead of going in the door? Yeah. See that? Big gap in the armor. But before I deal with the boar, I'm going to try and take out these hollows. Now, there is a way, which some people say it's cheese, but it's actually not. It's actually a legitimate way to do it, because, I mean, it's the start of the game. You're not expected to deal with this and just walk up to an armored boar and shove a sword straight up his ass. But we're going to do that again, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is cheese. And Dark Souls actively rewards cheese. Okay, those two up there, I'm going to have to go up. Hi. Don't you have a friend there? No. Okay. I'm thinking of another area in another game. I almost got that roll. Almost. You have a bit more HP than your buddies, don't you? Good dodge, good dodge. My sword went right through his invulnerability frames. So, very good dodge there. Yes. That's how we get up there. Oh, yes. No. See, I remember that. I almost followed him. I almost did. But yeah, that's the game saying, oh, you killed the boar, did you? Well, here's some of the weakest enemies in the game springing a trap on you. Okay. And here's the alluring skull. Now, the alluring skull, that's how... I guess that's how the game developers envisioned you killing the boar, since it's sort of the tutorial to teach you how they work, because if you throw an alluring skull, enemies are drawn to it. And if you throw an alluring skull into that particular bit of fire right there, the little piggy will try to attack the fire and get cooked in its armor. But yeah, you can bypass the pig entirely. If you just run before that hollow that was by the gate can actually close the gate. And these doors are, well, they're not doors anymore. And for a game that teaches you all about secret passages and secret doors and stuff like that, there are a couple of instances of places that's totally a door, that there's totally a path. I can see the path on the other side of that door, and if I go around and I look down from atop one of the ramparts, I can see that there's something there. Why aren't you letting me go there? It's like, oh yeah, the game didn't really have that much funding at the time, and they cut a bunch of content. They were basically, I don't know if it was desperation to release it, but they cut a bunch of stuff. There were a couple of quests with Andre of Astora, the knight that helps you escape the Undead Asylum. And there was another one with Shiva of the East that just got cut from the game. I think there was a mod. If it didn't restore it, it at least exposed some of the stuff relating to those quests. But yeah, it's content. And I remember the first time I got to the end of the first Dark Souls, it's like, oh, I wish this was longer. I wish there had been more. And there wasn't. I mean, there was more. You could play the game all over again in New Game Plus, but New Game Plus only makes the enemies slightly harder. Granted, you can keep playing with your character, and you can keep, you know, doing that. But it's... I hate... This is the bit I hate. And they seem to really like making us walk the narrow ledges. Large soul of lost undead. It's souls, right? It's the name of the game. It's the currency of the game. Yeah, I guess you got it. Someone else has rung the bell. And there's a door over there. Well, it's not a door, it's a fog gate. But there is no boss. Yeah, that's the game toying with your expectations. It's like, oh, is that you walked through the fog gate earlier and you saw a boss? And yeah, no, we're just not going to give you a boss. It's just raising that anticipation. These guys. It's one of the things I liked about Dark Souls 2 was how they improved the combat in like dual weapon wielding. That made the game very fun, and dual wielding the Great Sword of Artorias in Dark Souls 2 with some random other sword. That was fun. Was one of the most fun things you could do, especially like the special L2 if you had the Sword of Artorias in your left hand. No, you don't get to turn around. Alright, it's the Night Shield. Combat system, we're not going to tell you a damn thing about the game, although in Dark Souls 2 and 3, they did give you a bit more of a tutorial. Yeah, I know you're there. Oh, hello. I was expecting you to be looking the other way. Sorry. And there's a bonfire to the right there, which we will go in a moment, because I want to upgrade my sword anyway. But, yeah. Yeah, combat system, the lack of any guidance whatsoever. All you have are some cryptic statements by some very unreliable NPCs. And the game isn't forgiving. This and Demon Souls. These were the ones that made, you know, the Dark Souls is hard meme a thing. Granted, Dark Souls 2 is also very hard. But by comparison, Dark Souls 3 was much easier to get into, at least. It didn't, by the end, it did expect you to have gotten into it and mastered the combat system, because it started throwing some serious shit. But this was the game that I saw, like, streamers on Twitch back in 2011. Yeah, 2011 that the original Dark Souls came out. Streamers on Twitch just losing their shit because they died. They just became human and they died. Like I did earlier. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna become human, and then the stupid dragon killed me with a stupid fire breath. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're at an hour. So since we are at an hour, I'm just gonna run to that bonfire and then come back here to fight the big knight. Deal? Deal. And this is another game. Yeah. Considering how well it's worked, and I'm just tempting fate at this point. It hasn't crashed yet. The game hasn't crashed. OBS hasn't crashed. So in that respect, it's a hell of a lot better than Dark Souls 3 already. There's the other knight there, and there's this person at the bonfire. Hello, person. But yeah, it's this is going to be one of those games that I'm going to leave on standby to continue after I've showed you, until I've hit the point where it's like, okay, you know the games that I like to play, you know the things that basically molded my opinion about video games, so I'll just start doing the I didn't actually sit down at a bonfire. Oh well, that makes things more interesting. Hi. Why is that there? That thing behind the knight is a lost item. Someone dropped an item there, and that monster appeared. Come on, come out here. I need a little bit of room. 'Cause you're big. You're really freaking big. I missed a backstab. I missed it again. Where the hell is your backstab hitbox? It isn't, apparently. Titanite shard. Okay, let's kill the item. What are you doing here? What item created you? It's actually very rare to find one of these. Twin humanities. Someone dropped twin humanities here. Really? Alright. But yeah. As I was saying, this is one of those games I'm going to leave for the eventual continuation and like do a complete series and go through the whole game. There's already a few lined up for that, so that's good. I have content for a long, long time. And thank you, Clog, for joining me, and thank you, all of you, for joining me in another stream for another game that I very much enjoyed, and I absolutely, absolutely love to play. Despite all the technical troubles it gave me, because it did. The first one, the remaster, was actually pretty good. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you, and join us, join me, Ven, and Jill tomorrow for Linux Gamecast, not Linux Gamecast Weekly, Linux Weekly Daily Wednesdays, which is the midweek show that brings you all the good Linuxy news. And yes, if you're watching still, this was played on Linux with the Protons. So join us tomorrow for Linux Weekly Daily Wednesdays, and on Thursday, Jordan will be doing something. On Friday, you have the Friday Night Foo Bar with Ven, and of course, Saturday is the big show, Linux Gamecast Weekly proper. So thank you all very much, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.